Hello, welcome to another episode of me, Bob McIver, playing Disco Elysium. What part are we on now? 13, I believe? Yeah, and day 5, we begin day 5 in the game. So yeah, going through it. Did a lot of catch up last session. A bit behind, I think he was getting pissed off, so we did karaoke, we got a gun back, and we tried to communicate with low responsibilities. And the last one failed miserably, but I got my gun, and yeah, I made good progress. I can't remember what exactly to do now, but there is something to do, and I'll go. I suppose I could call up the police station, see how it goes. Alright, cool. Anyway, let's get on with it. Cheers to another stream. Let's do it. Alright, cool. We're in. Oh yeah, we meant to speak to the woman. That's our main objective. Let's speak to this guy first.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yes?
Nothing new.
What is it?
Did you hear that? Did you hear me sing? Did you like it?
That was pretty good, Harry. Wasn't it, Jean?
Whoa, how does she know your name? She probably heard it from somewhere. You have to be more careful, karaoke star. Names are dangerous.
Huh, that was... Yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches. Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to...
Jean, it's not right. Don't make it worse, and I really liked it.
She actually did.
Look, something's really bugging me. Are we not from the same police station?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
She looks at you apologetically.
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Did you just call me Harry?
Yes, I called you by your name. What about it?
How'd you know my name?
God, everybody knows your name. Please go finish your investigation, so everyone can go home.
Alright, goodbye. How many levels do we have left? We've got 2. And we're more than halfway to the next level. Good. Do we need to save again? Let me just save again.
The door is closed.
Let's knock.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door.
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Holiday clothes, a woman. Hotel bill cancellation, looks like she had an extended stay. You see the yard below, the corpse is no longer there. You know what, I won't look around. Don't get myself into more trouble. The bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your fingers across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Smells cigarette smoke in the air. Ashtray menthol. Cold coffee and ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Look, a handful of dried white wildflower.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Hand-eye coordination? That's quite high. 72? I could do that.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a maybell. The young woman looks at the maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Yeah. Snap your finger pistols at him. Snap your finger pistols at the young woman. Snap your finger pistols at him. Yeah, I do that.
Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols produce a satisfying snap. Strange for such a low-caliber finger gun to sound so chunky. The flower in your other hand is impressed. So is Kim.
Hey, Kim is happy.
That's not entirely true. The lieutenant is looking at the door to the east and mostly misses them.
Cool. What do I have? This is the wildflower you caught. One of a bouquet of muglets that you found on the whirling roof. Is shredding its petals quickly in your pocket.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
Kim, what is this?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Who pinned them? Which side? Does this flower blossom in the early spring? It's a coincidence it's been on the wall. Very well. Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communers and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sight. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the civil war.
Is it a coincidence it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Very well.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none.
Blow on the fingers.
Inland, above the Martinez distributary, the channel that brought wastewater from the silk mills of Jamrock, and then dead bodies during the war. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals, then sprinkle them in the stream like white salt. Wait, have you noticed there's a war veteran playing a ball game on the plaza? You should ask him about the flowers.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, let's start talking.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you got here. Is that a clean lady? I think I need one. Politely proceed. No time for pleasantries, we have questions for you. Proceed and rush. Do nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north towards the yard.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
You mentioned a cleaning lady, I think I need one.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernium? Hell, you know, not of which I speak, of which you speak. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell, to another place, a third place, much different from our world. No, just such a place. I'll call it Disco Infernium.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
It's gone pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on. How long do you think until hard wears us down? Things only gonna get easier for me. I'm a policeman to do the woo-woo. Into Asylum. It's gone pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on. How long do you think until hard wears us down? It's gone pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on. I'll go down.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say. Her shoulders are relaxed, her eyes on the cigarette. It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters.
What's your name? Nice room you got here. Tell us you were raped. Was this wildflower? Show the flower. Yeah, show the flower first.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there? Some change of topic? Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. Like her accent, it sounds Oranese. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Are you Oine? How old are you? What do you do, miss? What is your specialization? Could we take a look at your passport, please? Thank you, that's it for the record. Are you Oranese?
Right, sir. Vrede fort. Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What was it one day?
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower.
Reasonable. A bad memory of what? Understood. Reasonable? Question mark.
They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out anytime, like Revachol did in its prime.
Bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
Like what? A dancer? A disco dancer?
Oranese lit.
Who needs lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Ornese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Revacholian literature too?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
I have no intention of doing that. I do feel the urge to save the world, yes. I guess that's why I'm on this case. The world is unborn. I do feel the urge to save the world.
That's the natural state of the Revacholian hero.
She breathes in the menthol-flavoured fumes, savouring it, then breathes out.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Ornese lit, what do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile. Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
Can we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Pretty sure I have a legal right to demand your passport. How do I know you've told us your real name? Okay then. Yeah, I'll conclude that. Wait, actually, no. How do I know you tell us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okay then. I won't push on the matter.
Okie dokie.
She pours herself some more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank you, that's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in Rolling the Nights?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Which one should I go for? Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
You came to the right place. You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been. No, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies. You came to the right place, yeah, yeah.
She looks at you and nods.
The window's new?
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Oh, is it?
It is.
The lieutenant, he finds the answer unsatisfying.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
I need to talk to you about your room again.
Yeah? I'm wintering.
How long have you...
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
Ravishal.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here, and she isn't really hiding it either.
What are you doing in the Rolling Roads?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been...
About 4 months.
Why
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
In the Whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. All right.
They tell us you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
It's not that early. And what does that mean? Were you? It's not that early.
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake?
So you were? Or so you weren't? Which one? So you were. Go on.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Yep.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Tries to ask you to spice things up for us. Are you sure you weren't raped? What did happen between you and the victim? What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age. What did they hang him for, if not raped? How did the Hardy Boys know you? Thank you for telling us all this. Why did they hang him, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
Yeah, I kind of knew that already. Joyce mentioned all that.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
Warming them.
Are you sure you weren't raped? What did happen between you and the victim? Yeah, I did.
We partied.
I mean, like a birthday party? What kind of partying? Pointy blade face. The kind I do. I don't get it. What do you mean partied? Yeah, I do.
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers? Were feelings involved? Yeah, were feelings involved.
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must have been hard for you, Pointer Yard, seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes,
The cool, reporting the hanging. That was you.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Before we go on, if you're snitching, then why do it? The caller's voice is disguised, yeah, I do that.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it, how?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty. Don't mention it. Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Are you sure you weren't raped?
I'm 89% sure.
So you're not entirely sure? Doesn't mean you're 11% not sure? Got it. 89 is good enough. Moving on. So you're not entirely sure?
You know how it is.
Do you?
Do I?
Maybe you don't.
The ash lands on her jumpsuit. She brushes it off.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Okay then. No one deserves to be raped. Sexual assault is a serious matter. I need a serious statement from you. It sounds like something happened and you don't want to acknowledge it. Lieutenant, I don't know what to say about this. Sexual assault is a serious matter. I need a serious statement from you.
Serious.
She takes a long hard drag on her cigarette, then stretches her neck.
You hear cracking in her shoulders.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be this flippant if I had been?
You get the feeling she might be.
How do you know the Hardy Boys?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
How did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Thank you for telling us all this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I have something else before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Oof, my volition's low. Look her in the eye. Let's return this later.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
11 p.m. Alright.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Say in hushed voice. Why did she tell us all that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie, I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems candid. Something goes off here, dear.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Cool. Volition. Where's my volition at? Oh yeah, it's there. Quite low. Yeah, that'll be good level actually. You know what, I'll do that. And let's see if I've got. Cool. Costume wise, can I increase my volition? Alright, let's see what we have. Alright, so we're looking to improve our volition. Yeah. Alright. I got more slots there in the volition. That's added my more morale.
Hello, officer.
Training still.
What brings you up here again?
Alright, let's put on the other jacket. Was it just a shirt, was it? Yeah. Alright, we can always come back to it. We'll check around
The
there.
same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Freighter.
He makes a note.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Push.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Alright, let's get some physical instrument when we go. I don't think we've got anything else for physical. What about the ledger?
The same small, heavy door.
No. Can I increase my physical instrument? Where's my physical? There. I kind of want to light up all the ones that are grayed out. Which is the last one I have? Pain threshold and Spirit the Corpse. Yeah, alright, let's level it up. I'll save the last level for something else. Nothing else here. Let's check her cabinet.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the medication.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
It's quite a collection here.
Anything of note?
Search the bowls.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Whisper, Nacra, opioid antagonist.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
The lieutenant nods, then looks at the door.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Search the pills.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Yeah, fuck it. It's a white check, so I can come back to it.
A bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
A free interfacing. Take it in secret. Do I want to? Don't want to. Also fun about this orange bottle. Lieutenant also see a brand called Peptide. Yeah, so.
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Yeah, maybe not. What's so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Just take it in plain sight. Or steal it. Close the cabinet.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old toothbrush. And
look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels, or anything else interesting, it seems. It's clean of chemical odors too. Just some dried toothpaste on the handle.
Alright, I'm happy. So, the option is to go speak to the Hardy Boys. Yes. Do I have good on authority? Can I up my authority anymore? There's a lot of minuses on my authority. Right.
It's you again. What is it?
Let's go with the rape victim again. She said she wasn't raped. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Let's go with the rape victim again.
Again? Seriously, man. Fine. Fire away.
So, the rape, when was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
He turns to Glenn.
Here you go, boss.
So, what's your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around and uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent.
You said you partied. Cool, that's cool. But what do you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Was it sex? Drugs? Avoiding his gaze. Did you do karaoke? Laugh nervously. Sex, drugs, and karaoke, right? I'll be direct. Was it sex?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, would you say you two were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
Okay, enough about that.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, she said she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
He literally just said it.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down. And she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Crazy, what are you on about? She seemed very lucid. I did think that, yes, that she's a little crazy. Kind of bullshit, she told me the truth. Yes, different.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy!
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Why should you care about a tape? You lied to me. So what's on this tape? Where'd you get the tape? Where can I listen to it? Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
That's not for now. I'll get back to the investigation. Where can I listen to the tape?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
So what's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why once you listen to it.
Now that is intriguing. You had me at door gunner.
Where'd you get the tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
Actually, I had numerous degrees that you get in signal intelligence.
Yeah, like you have one. Smart ass.
So you bugged them now. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
That's enough for now. I'll get back to the investigation.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Take the tape.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Right, I'll come back to it. Just reading up on the other missions too. Alright. The magnetic tape acquired from Titus Hardy is supposedly holds a recording of the mercenary task force radio communications, recorded via the encryption station. No good omen, requires boombox to play.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Play the tape.
You push command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree, he also sounded inebriated.
Still, it seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I think he sounded alright, just letting off some steam.
Yes, it was just locker room talk.
Who is this Corty?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his?
What's Khoi Hoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
The South Safre conflict is an ongoing proxy war between Grad and Safre. It has been hot for 12 years, with the atrocities piling on, mostly committed by the Grad.
Do you think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay then, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
See if he's got anything else to say.
It's you again. What is it?
Yeah, no, I read the tapes. So listen to the tape and I'm going to confront Cassie about it.
Smart boy. You go do that.
Yeah. Before I do, what's that? Below the grim and dark neon poster reads Vanag totally transcendent. I'll do one, two things on there first. The message has been carved in the wall. The Trans Nation. X Nation. Oh, there's guys going around promoting the club. Alright. Want to try this how I can.
The door has braved the elements for decades. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and so is the knocker, shaped like a lion's head. No answer.
Use mayonnaise key to unlock the door.
The key stops midway in the lock. Something's blocking its path. Not a sound is coming from the apartment. The tenant's key is in the lock. The lieutenant looks first at the door, then back at you, then signals you to back off from the door.
Alright, fine, I'll leave it. Don't wanna fuck anything up. Yeah, speak to this guy as well. Oh, welcome to the crew.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind.
wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself to Revachol.
Do you think our conversation about the job pushed him to go out there?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent, looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Something mean, die sorry, something right-wing royalist slogan, something forgettable like see you tomorrow probably. Die sorry?
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
Here's something to remember your friends by, given the photograph of Renee in the car. Yeah, I'll do it.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny...
His eyes blurring with tears, he has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
That's cool. I offer my condolences. All people die, you better get ready to. I offered my condolences.
Yes. We are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Too bad René's gone. I was hoping to ask him about Maybells. I want to go over a few more things about René, if that's okay. I want to talk about Maybells.
René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like insulinian lilies.
Insulin lilies?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests. and all that other stuff he loved so much.
Why didn't you like him?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them the Belts of Revolution. I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The Royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
I want to go over a few more things about Rene, if that's okay.
Yes? What about René?
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes.
It is. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you?
Bye for now. Where's his booth? Oh yeah, it was up here. Oh, there it's gone. Ooh. Is this about a club again? Odd that you didn't catch the graffiti earlier. Van Eyck's Overdrive.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. René left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Take it. It's just there. Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it.
Take the uniform.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
It's needed for work and all that. This is going to take my shit to the next level. It's needed for my work.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
Alright. Alright, cool. Hopefully good stats. Let's hope for good stats. Plus around the Ravishore nationhood. Nope. The beautiful adored jacket of the Royal Cabineers have 3 stars on shoulder. The words Captain A written on the chest, neatly patched there here and there. It's impossible not to feel love for the fatherland when you wear it. Reaction speed +1, interesting. The bands are made from synthetic lightweight fibre designed to let the cabinet legs and groin breathe. Red stripes are there to inspire courage, while the golden stripe symbolises a patriotic flame in the wearer's heart. See if anything comes up if I wear it.
Wow, this jacket makes you feel strong. As if your blood is mixing with that of the venerable Philippian loyalists of old.
Mixing? Does my blood need mixing? Or is it good as it is? Oops, I didn't mean to wear a nationalist jacket. Discard default. Yeah.
Yes, let's hope no one saw you wearing that outrageously fascist jacket.
I still have the jacket, right? Do I? Did you take out my inventory? Motherfucker. I'm trying out other items. Because there might be some secret stuff going on with them. Like, Extra dialogue. Extra abilities. No, let's just leave it. I'll keep an eye out every time I get a new jacket, new item to actually keep on. And the trousers I need to change. Kingdom of Conscience, I have that, right? Yeah. Alright, cool. Moving on. I'll mention I've got to come back as well.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to 41st again.
Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
No. Okay, you mentioned I lost my gun. Yeah, I found it again. I suppose I have to say I lost it to say I found it. What do you have to say for yourself?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Right.
Why are you wasting your time?
Sounds like you're not helping there, mate.
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap.
Interfacing. How's my interfacing? Yeah, it could do. Interfacing is quite important as well in the game. I'll wait till I get another level. I want to have a level in the bank just in case there's an emergency and I need it. Actually, what about your room? Kim, what's going on in your room?
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Thomas Hardy gave us a recording where the C states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, it specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those were the exact words.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cop back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Yes, the word whore was used.
He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Kohoi,
The young woman lights a new cigarette with the butt on the old one.
he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
When I say things like that, machismo, yeah, I can never pronounce that word. Do you think he's trying to scare people? Machmo. Machi? Yeah.
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of
Machoism.
normalcy. To keep on living.
Macho.
Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Coping mechanism? Yeah.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now you have some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
Did you write it down in his notebook?
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink.
Where's Leystand? The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat. Oranje? Oranje's map of waterways? This fits with his tattoo.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Are you both from Orne?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
Military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind.
He was by no means a stupid man. A people person, a small platoon leader, certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself. As Nornese yourself, did his lack of patriotism annoy you?
No, there's nothing on Moindi. The old world is dead and we both knew it. Come to think of it, maybe Orania did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
How old was he?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes us smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
Lieutenant makes a correction in the notes.
A miss. The adversary won.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo? What do they mean?
Oh, that.
It was on his map of the waterways.
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off the chicks? How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Is this Orani's lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
Were you the woman in this?
Oh yeah.
She nods. Can you tell us precisely what this means? Handed the photo. I'm glad I kept the photo.
No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story. Good story, thanks. Thanks for clearing up. Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober.
A change of topic?
Perhaps it was communism that killed him.
Is the Union communist? They're a couple of shades pinker than that, no? Social Democrats? They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
Yep, still morning.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
I think we're finished with this line of questioning. Hand Lieutenant back the notes.
All right.
Lieutenant slips back the notes and observes the woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Let's talk about this so-called assault.
Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted?
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where's this going now? Am I 42? I am also 42. Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Yeah, this game is way too eerie to like my life. It feels like it's like as like a mirror to myself here half the time. Kim, how old do you think I am? Miss, how old do you think I am? I got this. My age. I think I'm. Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58.
58? Fucking hell, that's old. Oh my god, that's really old, really. What if you're wrong? What if we're both wrong about the deceased? He turned out to be 40. Oh, we're both wrong about deceased. Yeah.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that. The ravages of Al Gore are nearly as extreme as the King of Death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. The ravages of Al Gore are nearly as extreme as the death of that is extreme as that of death itself. The ravages of Al Gore are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Yeah.
There's silence. Then a little more.
Say something, Kim.
Here it comes. Mercy.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go?
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Day of birth generator. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I still got this one. An hour left. Day of birth generator. Yeah, doesn't seem to be any more slots to unlock. Oh, okay, reveals all the posters in the world. All motor ordnance, white checks unlocked. +3 shivers. Hand-eye coordination. Some kind of superstar. Yeah, I want to keep that on. Oh, definitely want to keep that on. Yeah, I want to keep that on. Hearing a bird. Right. All endurance white check unlock. Learn cap for endurance. Ways to 4. +2 empathy on ace as well. Perception, where's my perception? Yeah. So I could, if I wanted to get rid of one. I suppose Lonesome Way. Lonesome Way and the Bow Collector. Yeah, those are the only two I want to get rid of. I'll wait till Guillermo La Million. Guillermo La Million? I'll wait till that's finished first before I start forgetting stuff. I see.
Hello, officer.
Volition.
What brings you up here again?
I'll do Volition in a sec. Let's just talk to Titus again.
It's you again. What is it?
So I talked to Classy about the rape. Classy?
And?
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens. Jaw sets. Ready for another blow.
And nothing. She stands by what she says.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her. You caught him off balance. Push, and he will give way.
Gold? It was just locker room talk. It's not evidence. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind. Yeah, it was bad. Honestly, I expected it to have had more effect. She pretty much laughed off to us. Gold. It was dark stuff, but it doesn't prove anything. It didn't change her mind.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
He shakes his head in disbelief.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
She didn't say whoop-de-doo. It did not come as a surprise to her. And she definitely wasn't scared. Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing. Titus, she said she would like to be a little door gunner herself. if she could. I feel like if I say this, she'll either be a door gunner herself. That might actually piss him off so much that he actually might try and be violent towards her. I guess I've killed. Didn't come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. Yeah, I do.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Quality. Thank you, Kim.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore. Alright. Oh, fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus wobbles his chin with his palm as if trying to grind his smooth.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she is still in denial, you know, like a defense mechanism. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened? Maybe she isn't who you think she was.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
Yeah, no, she's a model. She won a pageant. She's not some helpless girl. She handled a mercenary well enough. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, you're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
Yeah, underdose isn't an actual word.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her sober.
Well, be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
He puts his giant face in the hands and sighs.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore. Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play. All it takes is a nudge.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember? I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you, them, and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
He throws his beer can down.
That lying scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
There's silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
Thank you, God.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Convince him he's being manipulated. Oof, that's quite high. 72%. One mentioned serial play. One ever asked to cooperate. One warned about the tribunal. One discussed ate hardy. One confronted about drug trade. Yeah, that's high.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
One of his boys would. That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim. One of his boys will. Yeah, let's start.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside, under the rising sun, tattered and in ruins, the windows of the cafeteria aglow with her morning light.
That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim.
Huh?
Lieutenant raises his brow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick. Because you're a foreigner. Because you work for the wrong people. Because they like killing. Yeah, I do that. Because they like killing.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis. He
gets hold of himself.
They kill you because they think it's funny.
They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse. They club you from behind, string you up and go back to drinking. It's cool, guys. You drag them out back, light their corpses on fire, and piss at them. You don't care. Yeah, alright, let's do that one. It's cool, guys. You drag them out, light the corpses on fire, and piss on them like you don't care.
We didn't light him on fire. No one pissed on him either.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Who the fuck is Theo? He hasn't been saying anything at all.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed.
He's pointing a fucking gun at me, is he?
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Turn to Agnes. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? Turn to Theo. What happened if I keep talking? You're gonna kill me too? In this bar for nothing? Look at Kim first. Or what, you're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? Yeah, I'll go straight to Angus.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control.
Yeah.
Let them have their moment.
Yeah, fuck these guys. The room feels quiet, so quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off and come back.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
I'm sorry I made you guys fight. Yeah, definitely not doing that one. Whisper to Kim. We did it. No. 3. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. That's a good one. So who killed the merc then? Any leads? Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers? So it's either 3 or 4. So you didn't kill him, he was already dead, or... So who killed the merc then? Yeah, I'll go straight into that. Any leads? Who killed the merc then?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. so that's a clue.
My window? Oh, it'd been her room because the window glass has been replaced. What are you thinking? Yeah.
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
She's got one of those checkered pasts. The shot could have missed. Could have been meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now, threw all that turmoil away, and became himself again.
So you didn't kill him, he was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth. He tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
Why?
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
The rat-faced man snickered.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
So what happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
I'm not gonna say we saw him make you fight. Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Tibbs. That's short for...
Tiberius? Short for Tiberius?
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's named Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
If Kelsey didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the Moral Intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked you for help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker. The missing Eighth Hardy. The drug trafficker.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for you to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location? You're going to stonewall me if I ask more questions about her, aren't you? Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Alright, I'll conclude.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you still prefer if we didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
He turns, slides his notebook into the coat pocket. He turns to leave. Cool, we made some good progress there. Why can we still look at that window?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Yeah, my perception's high. I'll do it.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone hid a key at the window? Sorry, someone hid a key in the bush. Point of the window.
Huh?
I need you guys to hand the key to me. Can you let me slide by so I can grab that thing? Titus, can you hand the key to me, please? Yeah, Titus, can you hand that key to me, please?
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
If he says it's there, it's there.
Can you let me slide so I can grab it?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you, not to the old man. Does anyone know where this key was hanging right outside the Union box window? Look at the key in your hand. I wonder what door opens the blue door. I bet it opens the blue door. Thank you, old man.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Does anyone know where this key was hanging right outside the Union box window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
I wonder what door this opens.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
Man, I could so easily miss that. I'm so glad I double checked that. How early could I have done that as well? Because I definitely would have checked at the beginning of the game, but I must not have the perception level high enough to do it. Alright, cool. Let's do this first then.
You see a heavy steel door. It could be connected to the barred door upstairs.
The barred door. Oh, okay, cool.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks. The darkness before you smells like engine grease and cut wood.
Save, just been safe side. What do we have here? Get this. Confront Kelsey with the Hardy story and explore the whirling bags. Ooh, what do we have here? The pinball says found Congenian. The theme is horses and swords. The pinball's white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. The note MB, the spare key, is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Okay, get some money.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kimmy, you seen what I'm seeing? Point at the machine. Let's take a closer look. Pull out the machine. Kim, you seen what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a close look.
Ah, great.
Lieutenant size.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Insert, wow, I got 71. Got plenty of money.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
Technically, the human beings are at the top of the food chain, so that is not cool. Yeah, that's not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this. Continue playing.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Kim, can be done, just watch. Yeah, it's just really low. Bad at ball games, -1. Kim, this can be done, watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Why do they even make these if it's impossible to win? Give up, winning is too stressful. Why do they even make these if it's impossible to win? Give up, winning is too stressful. We got 2 and 3 are the exact same. I'm not going to try if it's a red one. Reaction. Remember that for future reference. Alright, I'll give up. Come back to it later.
I've been wondering the same.
There goes nothing, finger boy. Guillaume Le Million. Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite, amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Yeah, see what bonuses I get? Pain threshold, blood oxygen is boring. All psych learning caps raised by 1. Psyche. My psyche's already fucking high. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh, fucking quality. Yes. And suggestions on 0. Oh, -2 from false. Humpty Dumpty Dum Center. Okay. Well, I can't get rid of that. The bow collector. And speed gives one sigh. What does that mean? Oh wait, oh okay, it's not a separate line. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Oh no, it is. Speed gives 1. Yeah, don't we know that? Let's figure it out later. Can I play again?
The machine is dead and silent. It needs serious maintenance before anyone can play again. All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
When you think across the dust of red white door machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white door?
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era, on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperaskit. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually. The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
How about we fire up one of these bad boys and play some ball? Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim. Yeah, how about we fire up one of these bad boys?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Ooh, it's a red mark. Think Kim Kitsuagi. Yeah, that's where my encyclopedia of knowledge comes in handy. Yeah, alright.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
AKA Kimball.
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi. Hey, Kimball. I'm not going to talk to him about that. You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers.
He looks at you in the silence of the workshop. He takes his glasses off and cleans them.
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
You don't seem to really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Then why are you called Pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you?
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You were a juvenile cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
Wait, so that's why you don't want to talk to Kuno? I'm going to call you Pinball now. I'm going to call you Kimball now. Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim. You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi to me. Yes, I'm not going to tease him. I'm going straight to Lieutenant Kisawagi. But first, wait. So that's why you don't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
You're Lieutenant Kisawagi to me.
Not only to you, I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi to everyone. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
Cool.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Save first. And this would be a good point to have a break for 10 or so minutes. Leave on a cliffhanger. Cool. Alright, I'll leave you guys and I'll be back in 20 minutes roughly. See how it goes. Alright, cool. See you in a bit. Right, I'm back. Let's get on with this. Let's see what's in the basement. Headphones. What? I've got the headphones. Cool.
This small elevator is dimly smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling.
What's nougat?
There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Hey, now like an age ago, like 50 years, more than 50. Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
It says last maintenance in 88. So was that 50, 60, 70? 72 years ago?
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future? 88. The elevator was maintained a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
Kim's quite interested.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, I didn't get that. Wonder what the elevator is used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps on the glittering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Close the doors and go up. Ooh. Small window taped shut with black plastic. Can't see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement parts can be seen line the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine. Futurism themed. Ooh. Yes, empathy and hand-eye coordination. That's what I'm all about. Yeah, give me that. It looks fucking cool as well. This dusty old coat used to belong to someone called M. Norflocks. The name is stitched into silk lining. It smells of moths and ancient engine grease, but fits you perfectly. A strange, lonely emotion fills you when you tighten the belt around your waist. Yeah, give me. Oh, that's cool. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machine at some point. This used to be a pinball workshop. Yeah.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling Manx is once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. There's all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then, it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machine at some point. Could this mean Whirling Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Looks like they gave up fixing the pinball machine at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Finish 4. Got footsteps.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or 2.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Classia's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a closer look.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned. Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is.
The prints look like one person went back and forth. The print doesn't look like the odd sole print we found at the hanging, Kim. This doesn't look like the worker's boot from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
The print looks like one person went back and forth.
Between that and that.
He points to... Firstly, he points to the elevator doors, and then he points to the bar door. This print doesn't look like the old sole print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Get up, conclude.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the outside.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I see Clarice's bedroom from here. What were those people doing in there? I can see the bedroom.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What were those people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural.
Finish 4. That's all. That's all we got.
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
So what's on the outside?
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacia about this route. See how she reacts.
Folded M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series, In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly and reads science fiction.
Unlock the door. What do we have here? Doom Hostel. Told the guards about the Doom commercial area. We got another level. Maybe let's just start up and we're not learning anything else. Do I want to forget the bow collector? Yeah, forget. Before we lost forever. Oof. Yeah, no, I'll leave it. I'm too worried about doing that. Ain't got no more. Come on, give us some more. Save.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this?
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette. How many cigarettes is this woman smoking?
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
I mean, I've heard of chain smoking, but what was this, like 4 back-to-back now?
A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noonlight.
What lies beyond that?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the Moor Linton? What's the RCM's involvement with the Moor Linton got to do with this? The RCM is in lapdog of Moor Linton. You don't have to worry. Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the Moor Linton?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
She lights a cigarette. What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked? People after her? Moral intern people? This isn't Oranese lit.
You said you studied Oranese lit. What is with this fugitive stuff?
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it. After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
What did you do to these people after?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on the notebook.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo?
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
I'm sure people have done much worse than that. You're right, this is bad. You destroyed what people have built. That's a lot of shit you got yourself into. Yeah, that's a lot of shit you got yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
That's bad. How do you live with yourself? That's not easy to deal with. Yeah, that's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I'm a cop. What I do is right. But I don't remember a single goddamn thing. I don't either. Yeah, I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
What happened the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened? You don't have to continue if you don't want to. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her side.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
So someone came out of this room here, I suppose, turned around to the window here and shot through the window, then ran back through the elevator downstairs. Yeah, because the sniper from a distance might not be able to hit him properly. So they must have came out from that door. That secret door.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
Sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She proceeds to light another cigarette.
What time was this?
5
When did it
cigarettes in
happen?
one day.
It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you still here?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat
Who's
down
Ruby?
and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Yeah. Who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
Okay.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys, obviously.
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
This is concurrent with your doubts at the autopsy about the coloring being.
I knew it. The colouring was lower. The colouring in his lower limbs looked faint. Yeah.
About half an hour had passed since the moment of death.
She nods.
You were late. The marks would be faint by that time.
He makes a small pointed motion with his pen. It's meant for you.
In honor of that precise forensic remark, officer, a real hit.
Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do whilst they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby, where's Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Interesting. Let's read that again. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. Gunshot wasn't that loud. Something to keep in mind when assessing the distance. So it can't be point blank. Or maybe something else we're not thinking of. Did you kill Lily?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
Downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him. It's okay if you did it in self-defense. Yeah, I did.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
Downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
Okay, I'd like you to answer some other questions, miss.
Like what?
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at a cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Either way, it's something to consider.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah, alright, I'll do that. I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Drama low. In God's name, wake up. Volition is also low. Look her in the eye. Nah. I could come back to that later. May Titus give up Ruby's location? Okay. A lot back and forth between the two. Let's try the window first.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Visual calculus? You heard what happened. 92.
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
We've got image here. This is the map. So this is the whirling rags, A. No, I suppose there's 3 possible sniper points. The church, that's the church there. That's the Ferris wheel where the dead corpse was. Interesting. One of in relation. This is like by the station, the radio station, and antenna thing. And this area, I don't recognize this area. Cool, let's see what we've got.
A two-hearted spider.
What positions are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm what, 8% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot come inside the room, a closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Yep. The thing is, though, she said she didn't hear the gunshot. So, can't give the impression that the shooter was not on the balcony. But I'm saying here that it must have been on the balcony, because even further away is only 28%. Anyway, let's extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
I don't think I've been to the islet yet. Boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like Joy said there was 3 people who came here. Maybe one of them is like 3 security guards. One of them is the dead guy here. One of them is guiding the protesting. Like the one leading the protest, shouting loud. The third one is not... Oh shit, what's this? Oh, I'll come back to that later. And the third one was unaccounted for. Apparently he said the third one, Joyce said the third one's watching us the entire time, which kind of gives the impression that it could be a sniper. Alright, let's check out Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Point B, the islet.
1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the best sniper spot. Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk. B prime double lands in, B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one.
Yeah, I'm off that.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Yeah, that's true actually. But like, the only thing that's not making me think that is because the woman said she didn't hear a gunshot. But I suppose if the gunshot happened at the same time as the glass exploded, probably not going to hear it. Because it is point blank, you'll be able to... The gunshot will be muffled by the glass breaking, maybe. Right.
2 neon-lit shapes.
Okay, yeah. Just one go downstairs. What did he need?
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of...
Interfacing. Let's get interfacing back up on the go. Yep. And I'm gonna up the empathy and authority. So I don't have to have those clothes on all the time just to keep my empathy high.
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno might have stolen the Lotus.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to little gremlin and see if anything's come up.
Delinquents, my favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Oh yeah?
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologize, Geary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
He keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there. Disappointment.
Alright, let's see if there's anything.
Always a pleasure to see. I mean, officers. I told you it.
'Tis true, sire. This man simply did not know what he was getting caught up in.
I'm sorry for what I said.
Short means sin. This man is truly sorry for underestimating.
Nothing of interest.
Hey, was there something you needed?
We won't do the builders yet. Alright. So what we've got to do now, Hearty Boys, about where Ruby is, go to the 3 smaller spots and do the speed to Kuno. 3 things. Shouldn't be too long.
It's you again. What is it?
Okay, I talked to Kelsey. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Because she's your leader. I was going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to the Layla's killer. I haven't seen her in the London-induced delirium. The paranormal insect whisper has named into my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone, and I decided to pin on her. I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. The civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby. She is a suspect in another case of investigating drug smuggling. Look, a civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. This means talking to Ruby.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pet Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
He throws a glance at Titus at the last syllable leaves his lips, the big guy size.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
58 logic. Okay.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex.
Yeah.
The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
I succeeded with a bit of a margin there. Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet. She didn't go to the bar for a drink. She didn't go for fresh air for one smoke. She didn't go to the toilet.
No.
That's a lie.
You know that's not the case. In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all that time. You know that's not the case.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cobb. And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Unless there's a back entrance.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right? A skilled sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider. There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling? So you do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Yes, we have ballistic labs in Corn we consult in cases like this.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
He looks sincerely curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
Yeah, we went up an elevator.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
Good one, Kim. From there, door leads straight to the roof. Yeah, you can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Shush now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
A skilled sambo artist could have climbed the wall. There are pinball machines in the workshop still operational.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Nothing, I just thought we could bring some down. Get some new machines in there. What if they somehow connected to the murder? A pinball murderer? Just make an observation, yeah.
He makes a gruff gesture for you to continue.
I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints? Recent?
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. This is all too close to home for him. The tracks were recent, but not worn down in the right foot like Ruby's. It's best to omit this pesky little polemic for now. Too confusing.
Not a week or two. For a week or two. Not about size 43. But they don't fit with any of yours on the scene, Ruby's included. There are prints there with horizontal lines. Recent, a week or two.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that, Carl. Good news is, I'm still listening.
Guess what? Remember the key I found there? Pointed at the window.
I don't like guessing, Carl. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old. Faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
She could have made a copy. She could have just put it back there once she was done. Yeah, maybe I was just jumping to conclusions. Yeah, maybe she could just put it back there when it was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
We have firmly established that Ruby could have access to the roof where the man was shot.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But
I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could smuggle guns too. There's a small 20% chance that the shot could have came beyond the roof. The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. No, because I already got a gun off the other woman. Although that could have been given to her. Yeah. I already established Ruby's running drugs. She could smuggle guns too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she had no trouble getting a gun.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roidheads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
he must be referencing some past case of theirs. He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
I don't say I proved she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
All right, Carl. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
There's no why she did kill him. It's why did she organise the cover-up? Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would carry favour with you. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organise the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covered up for herself.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him. Shanky, let's assume you killed him. Titus, let's assume you killed him. Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Maybe it's all part of the leadership challenge. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would carry favour with you. Titus, you have to see this. Sorry, Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk. We need to talk to her. Yeah.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Call and get some authority now.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Why did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first
When?
arrived.
Sorry.
I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
No wonder she's afraid. I have to come to declare the end of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry, God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she would be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in my head. Yeah, no great option, so I'll just go with the normal form.
Sure. Normal. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up, like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did.
Cool.
Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I can opener? Yeah, I'll do that.
You are insistent.
He nods. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus, this cop, but she was too scared.
Do you know? And do you have any clues where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlogged. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
Gardner? But she went to tell Everett. So she didn't go tell Everett.
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should be looking?
Sure. There are some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
Yeah, alright.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
There you have it. Pale something.
It's not much, but I'll do.
It'll have to.
He puts out his hand. Oh, we're friends now. We're friends with the Hardy Boys. Yeah, I'll shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. You know, I don't usually do this. I just measure things, but...
He said it. He said it would be nice to have a ballistics lab. You could use ours.
No, we're good.
Let's go with your hand.
Why not? You could turn the thing into an actual police force. Afraid you would actually have to follow the law?
Rich boy law is a sham. It only works for the Wild Pines, lady. So keep your lab and watch your ass out there. The coast is a dangerous place for lawmen, especially Mr. Can Opener here.
It's not a threat. It's a warning.
Cool. Go halfway to the next level. I'm quite happy with with what level I have so far. Is there anything else I wanted to build up? From 4, it's got 3. That was one I kind of wanted to get rid of. One the forts adds 3 to it. Yeah, I'm gonna not level anything up just yet. Ask Ruby about Ruby in the village. Alright, cool. Let's go through this person. See if there's anything else going on with these people.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Yep, that's about it for now. So we got Kuno to speak to. Oh, it's snowing. We gotta check the shooting, the sniper spots, and we gotta check the fishing place. So Kuno, sniper spot, and then the shipping town. What's up with that graphic? That tree looks really odd there. Is it glitched out? That's something new there. Let's do Kuno first. I can't remember if it was just saved on that.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Empathy high now. Quality.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
I don't even know why I'm doing this. I should check to see what I was actually asking. Ooh, just passed as well. Interesting how do they try and separate them? Kuno, psh.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it.
Fuck you whispering about!
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Kuno, listen to me. She's trying to control you. We've got to get you out of here. What's up with her? She's terrifying. Phew, I'm glad she's out of our hair. She's fucked up. What's up with her? She's terrifying.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
He hunches down over again.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips. Fuck. She can read lips. You should cup your mouth.
What do you mean she smokes on? You think she has anything to do with the dead man? You said she's insane. What's that language she uses? Is she your sister? What do you mean she smokes on?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Really? Isn't she too small to overpower someone? You serious about this killing thing? What if she has Kuno? That would explain things.
Fucking yeah. Kuno knows you don't want to face this right now. This dark shit. Kuno faces this shit every day. Makes Kuno's skin crawl. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Come on, she hasn't killed police officers. Okay, how many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
He feels the eyes at the back of his head and stops.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Do you think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
You said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Whoa. The real deal? Let's leave it at that. I'll do whoa.
Yeah.
He watches it sink in. What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast.
What's the language she uses?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
It's Suruese. The Suru are an indigenous ethnic minority in the social democratic powerhouse Vasa on the tundra and tiger-covered Isola of Katla. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
Did you have any redhead people there? Kuno Kuchibi Sudanese? Yes, yeah.
Sudanese? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
Revelshot does have a small Suruese community, or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
Is she your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
Pointing at the apartment building behind the fence.
What was that, Kuno?
The little one twists her neck looking at the building.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
A shoe cupboard just off to the right. Have you been to this place?
The hallway there with the janitor's closet. Point. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
How you dealing with all this? Conclude.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
Spits through the gap in his front teeth. She needs professional help. You can't do this alone. You need backup. I'm here for you. Yeah, I'll do that.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
The boy looks in your eye, black pupils trying to focus. Understood, Kuno. I can respect that. Who are you kidding, kid? You can't take down a man several times his size. You end up dead yourself. I can respect that, or understood. I can respect that. No, I'll go understood.
Alright. Now we can do business.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
He starts no longer whispering.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pant buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex. Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need.
I can buy the pants. What's this about running an errand and illegal narcotics?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door, Street's going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay, not.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Who's your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
How much material are we talking about?
Like half.
Half of what?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
That's half a gram, sir.
Half a gram?
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not?
I made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what's going to happen.
Okay, Kuno's listening.
I'm going to go in there, all guns blazing, to get the speed because I need it. I'm going there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in West Visual. I'm going to go in there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm going to confiscate that crap. I'm going to go in there for justice. I'm not Kuno. I'm going to confiscate that crap. Why? I'm not going to go in there. Yeah, I'm not going to go in there.
Kuno sees you're too pussy to face Kuno's dad. It's okay. Come back when your balls are big time.
If the mission requires me to, then I will later, but not right now.
Another sane decision, detective.
I got money to burn. Fuck it.
Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies. Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt.
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
What's this about? Now hold on, no one is lame here. Just tell me what happened. Yeah, I'll do that.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? AKA, the City of Rage. Yeah, that's pretty lame. Sounds like art.
Kuno, is this about Rage City?
Oh god, Kuno, no! It's gonna happen now. They're gonna make you lame.
Stop it, see. No one's gonna make anyone lame. Kuno's got this under control.
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's shack, the one with the pig's head.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, let's check the shack then. Oh yeah, let's check out the trousers. My current trousers is +1 the Kingdom Conscience, which is way too good to change out. Entry-level flan modular track pants meant to get the urban athlete started down the fern path. Label says hydrophobic 100%. Simon Tech and Flawn Manova Lab create an air of pseudo-scientific mystery around these pants. They feel rubbery and futuristic to touch. Yeah, so you're going to be different ones than that one. No? Let's put my other trousers back on. The sound of metal and snow drips off the roof. It's strange. It's cooler with locusts in there. Cool.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows. like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
He turns, looks around, writes something in his notebook, then turns to you.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Yeah, precisely. That's what I'm thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the Elysium plasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
We should go talk to Kuno about this. Get him to stop.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
Cool.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I know you took the locust from the traps the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
You said you didn't give a fuck about bugs, then you go and build a whole bug town? Yeah.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the night city he mentioned when you asked him where he's been.
So that's in there is Night City?
Yeah, Locust City. City of rage. City of lights.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
City of Rage sounds like a cool place. What are you, some kind of artist now? Whatever, kid. I just wanted to ask. City of Rage sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Hold on, did I hear you right? Did you say I? Nod. Making art is worthy calling. I'm some kind of an artist myself. You should listen to your friend. This art is lame. Making art is a worthy calling.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
He tears at the bottom of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
A leaden silence fills the yard.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window.
That depends on the choices you make, young girl. Me and Kuno discussed this. I promise I won't do that. Yeah, me and Kuno discussed this. I promise I won't do that.
I don't believe you.
She disappears entirely behind the fence.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation. You've got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait. We have to ask, what does the Sea of Locusts mean? What's going to happen to the locusts? Yeah, I'm going to need you to stop taking locusts.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. She doesn't know whether to be glad because Kuno is finally convinced of the lameness, or more worried because of his continued use of the first person singular. Kuno is Kuno, not I.
I have to ask, what does Sea of Locust mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turned his burning face up with the fallen snow.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
What's going to happen now to the locusts, not towards the shack?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Fucking hell. Okay, now I sailed a bevy off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The insolent Phasmid.
Huh.
He mutters to himself.
He recognizes the name.
Well, you know the insolent Phasmid?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
As you leave, you notice his usual rooster-like swaying posture has changed. Slowed down, like clockwork unwinding. There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Interesting. One last thing, then I'll call it a night. I wonder what that dog was there about. What's that? You hear sounds of running water. Someone's washing dishes. Alright. Save game. And turn off. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're done for another session of Disco Elysium. Yeah, it's getting a lot faster now. I've done quite a bit today. Most of the stuff just happened in Rolling Ranks. But I feel like I'm quite happy with every decision I made in this. I think it couldn't have gone any better. I think I succeeded on all dice rolls as well, which is really good. And I leveled up like 4 or 5 times over as well. So I feel like I'm making great progress. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Cool. So next streaming session, I think it's Thursday. But yeah, play by ear. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to head over to my YouTube channel, and you see all the backlog of Disco Elysium there. And if you're watching this on YouTube, yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch, and that's where I'll be from 6 PM, and kind of play by ear now. So yeah. Other news. Yeah, so this Thursday, Capcom Fine Collection 2 is coming out, which has CVS 2 on it. So normally I play with Denby Fine Notes, and we're going to try and make time to play it this week. So Thursday from 10 PM, we're going to try and do it then. So head over to Denby Fine Notes. It's yet to be confirmed, but we'll keep you updated. And we're definitely going to play again on Sunday around midday-ish on the channel Denby Fine Notes. So we'll be playing more CVS2 with James and Jack and possibly David. So yeah, so see how it goes. Alright, cool. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Right, bye.